All right, so it's May 6th, the next day. I recorded that video about the swell shades yesterday, and I've got a little bit of time here, so I'm going to dodge in and do part two to the best of my ability, talk about the console accessories and what it actually sounds like. I had to take some notes from the fine folks here working on the organ because I can't keep it straight myself, but there you go. So I'm cheating. I got crib notes here. So originally there were, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 swell shades and of course one crescendo pedal on the console. And in order to use any of the swell pedals, you had to go through and turn on a tablet on the next to upper row there to assign a swell box to a given swell pedal. That's not the way it is right now. With the new system, the electronics, only the center 3 swell pedals are active. And so they have been assigned, hence my notes here. On the left, you have the choir and swell choir divisions assigned by default to pedal number 3. To pedal number 4, you have the swell and the solo great flue section over here. And then on the next pedal over, swell pedal 5 is solo and solo great reeds and string division number 1. Now, those can be overridden. That's the default setting, but there is a tablet up here which has been assigned to either the default setting, or you can use the tablets up above to assign boxes to the pedals, but it's only the center 3 pedals. And the reverse acting couplers are active now. But remember that we have, off the top of my head, we have on the left main chamber, you have swell and swell choir and string 1, and then now you have enclosed choir all on the left. On the right side you have solo, and then 2 different great solo divisions, each of which has its own swell box. But there's no echo, there's no fanfare, none of the gallery divisions have swell, they're not playing, so there's no swell. Well, gallery 1, the 100-inch reeds are playing, but there's no enclosure for them anyway. And so many of the selectors and everything just don't do anything because they're not active. Those divisions haven't been restored yet and there's nothing there. So it's not, the tablets are up there, but obviously they don't do a whole lot. Now I'm going to take the camera off the tripod and show close up exactly how it works, because it's actually pretty logical the way it's laid out. All right, so here we are, and we're looking at, see, I'm on the extreme left side of the console here. So we have groups of these tablets around, not the top row, but the next to top row. These assign swell boxes to the given pedals. So you have swell pedal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. As it was originally, you would have to turn on whatever in order to have those swell boxes assigned to swell pedal 1, 2, and so on. And you can see that you have so many different swell enclosures that even after it became completed, some of them didn't do anything. For example, string 3 was enclosed behind the fanfare, so that never did anything at the end of the day. Percussion doesn't have its own swell box. It was in that soundproof room at some point, but that was long gone, and they're just distributed throughout the organ in different places, so that doesn't do anything. And then other, the rest of them were active. So every time you see swell pedal 2, you had to assign whatever you wanted. And I believe that none of these tablets have magnets in them, so they did not set on the combination. I know that the reverse ones didn't. Now if I swing back over here, you have the reverse action ones with indicator lights above each one. So if you put swell choir on here, reverse, and gallery 4 on here going the regular direction, then with one opening, when you open the pedal, this one would open and this one would close, and vice versa, because they would reverse. And so you could, and you notice it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swell boxes were capable of doing that. It's always the same 5. string 2, string 1, swell choir, great solo orchestra, and great solo organ. Kind of like the unit divisions were the ones that you could do the reverse acting boxes on, like that. And so it's just the same thing. All of these sets of tablets and the reversers, the reverse tablets on top, are all identical, and they're all repeated 6 times, like that. So in the current setting, I move the camera slowly, otherwise it tells me I'm panning too fast. All of the swell boxes which are working now are working here, and the reversers are working for what's available. Of course, string 2 doesn't play currently, it's not been restored. String 1 does, and these do. So 4 of the 5, you can use the reverse acting swell shade mechanisms, and that is hooked up through the new solid state system. An incredibly comprehensive way to do this, and actually really genius, because it can make so many great effects. So I'm gonna put the camera down and see if I can get some better audio, sound, and possibly demonstrate some things here.